Hi friends, I know that it has been a minute here. I'm sorry, life has been happening. I've been momming, I've been wifing, and everything in between, but I'm so glad to be able to do this video, to just sit down and share the behind the scenes of what has been going on so far that has kept me away. How I've been able to reinvent myself, starting from where I was to where I am right now. So if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, if you're also looking to reinvent yourself in any way, then keep watching. Probably grab a cup of coffee or popcorn or whatever suits you and come along on this journey with me. Hi, my name is Damilola Amoshuka. I'm a wife, a mom, and an entrepreneur that works from home. And I'm trying to consistently drop videos once a week about my lifestyle working from home and a mom and everything in between. So if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please subscribe. Also, please click on the like button to share this video with somebody that might really need it. Liking it helps push the video out to someone else that needs a little bit of boost, that needs a little bit of inspiration to just reinvent themselves. Okay, so let's get started from the very beginning, how it all started. I've always been a person that loves decorating, loves designing, and loves beautifying homes and spaces. I still love to do those things, and that was what I was doing before the pandemic hit in 2020. And I kind of was not having a lot of jobs because of the pandemic. I wasn't having people call me, a lot of people, as I would want to. And because of this, I just wanted to do more. I wanted to have an extra source of income, to be able to bring more to the table for my home, for my family, and which led me to, start researching what I can do also working from home, because I always wanted to be a mom that is present for her children, to raise her kids, is present for her family, and which led me to look for something else that I could generally do from home. And I discovered being a virtual assistant, I think on one YouTube video as well, which is why I love watching numerous YouTube videos, and what inspired me to also do this sit down and inspire someone else as well. And it just interested me, like in 2020, finding, I could actually be a virtual assistant. So I went on to take more courses on how to become a virtual assistant and how I can start earning a living working from the comfort of my home. And actually in 2020, I tried to start. After taking courses and watching loads of videos, I tried to start, but it just didn't work out. To be plain honest with you, it just didn't work out. And I kind of felt frustrated because I was trying to get clients, trying to pitch myself. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't have any mentor back then that I could reach out to and talk to and say, hey, what I'm trying to do isn't working, because the courses I took back then I didn't have any platform where I could reach them. Most of those courses, some free, some paid, that I took were people abroad, so I couldn't reach them. And then in January of 2021, one morning while I was just sitting and meditating, I just heard in my spirit, like, it's time to start. Like God was just saying, everything that you have learned in 2020, is time to put it to practice. Which brings me to say that there's always a time and season for everything. You might be trying something right now and might be, just wanting to do more, wanting to push, and it doesn't seem to be working. Do not give up. Do not give up. Keep pushing. And right then, I didn't know. In 2020, I didn't know, but I'm so grateful that I kind of just listened, and I just started. I just said okay, and I just made that move and push. And I remember that same month I signed up 3 clients. I was so I was so excited. I was so happy. Signed on 3 clients as I go, and I kind of just started my business hitting the ground running. And that was how I started to grow my business as a virtual assistant, getting more clients. I mean, that first few months, the rush was huge. I kept getting clients from different countries, and also in Nigeria as well. It was mind-blowing. It was amazing. One of the things that I told myself was never to say no when I'm approached to do something, because I saw it as an opportunity to learn something new. I had a curious mind, and I knew that the tech space is something that is always evolving, and I was ready for that. I was ready to keep evolving and to keep learning and to keep changing. So if coming onto the tech space, the tech industry is something that you are looking to doing, have it at the back of your mind that you should be someone that likes to learn new things every day. All right, I kept at it. I was enjoying the business, but it kind of became like a drag for me, because I discovered that more of what I was doing back then, I had an agency and I was doing administrative work, I was doing management work, I was managing my teams, majorly in managerial roles, and I didn't really love that. I still had that love for design. I still had that love for design, which had followed me from my interior design business. And when I got approached to design my very first website, it was, oh my god, it was something that I said, okay, I'm going to do this afraid. I'm just going to plunge in and just do it. And I, of course, with my not saying no principle, but being honest, because I remember telling the client that this is something that I haven't done before, but it's something that I'm willing to try, and let's see how it goes. But I remember praying that, God, please just help me on this project, because I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm in over my head here. I'm just in new terrains and new waters, and I just really need your help. And I remember the first review, after designing the first review, the client was really excited about it and loved it, and I was shocked. I was so shocked that, oh my goodness, you really like it. And I had to confess that, see, I had to pray. I had to pray before taking on this project. She was like, really? I was like, yes. I had to pray, and I'm glad you like it. Of course, I had to make extra changes, go on to change something here and there, create a professional email. And every time I hit a roadblock, and I was asked to do something, I just said, okay, you know what, I don't know this right now, but let me give it a try. Let me see what I can do. That was always my response. Let me give it a try. Let me see what I can do. And somehow something will just work out. I will just discover a way to do it. Even if I didn't know how to do it before, I'll discover a way to do it. Which was, my first official design job that told me, hey, there's an opportunity here, baby, to earn more, to do more. I always like to grow. I always like to do more. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna head in this direction and kind of leave the virtual assistant thing for now. And I just registered. I registered for a boot camp, for a tech boot camp, a designing tech boot camp, and just plunged myself into it. It was a huge sacrifice, because I spent a lot of money paying for that. It was a huge sacrifice on my part. And to be very honest, be completely honest, we're keeping it real, right? The first few classes I took, we had live classes back then, it was sounding like they were speaking gibberish. Like they were speaking a language that I didn't understand. I'm like, come on, this is not even coding. What's going on here? why am I not understanding? I mean, it's not the same design principles from what I was using as an interior designer. It's not the same design. Well, it wasn't completely the same. The basics were the same, but it was sounding so distant, and I must have quit over 100 times. Yeah. I quit in the night and say, I'm not doing this again. I'm done. I can't. Let me go back to being a virtual assistant. And the next morning, I had to show up for my live classes and, you know, speak with my mentor and turn in my assignments and do my projects. I mean, just pushing myself to do more and to be more. And that has been the process of reinventing myself. It has been the process of, you know, starting my journey as a virtual assistant and ending up as a product designer. I mean, I've gone on to design several sites, gone on to take on tools I don't know, and doing a little bit of coding here and there. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I probably will be a software engineer. I don't know, only God knows. But the fact is that not staying where you are, not living that mundane, mediocre life that, okay, I've had it all, but being curious enough to want to grow, to want to do more, to want to explore. I think just having the mind of exploring, which was what I did when ChatGPT came out. I'm like, oh, okay. And a lot of other tools, a lot of other project management, any tool whatsoever. Okay, let's try it, let's see, let's just walk around with it, let's see how it goes. I believe that mindset is what really helps one to grow. I mean, not only in the tech industry, wherever you are, is what helps you to grow. And just before you know it, you look at the mirror and you are proud of who you are. You are proud of your journey from where you started and where you are now. And obviously, God knows what He has in store for each and every one of us as we keep pushing and keep striving. Of course, there are happy times and there are bad times. There are the good times and the bad sides as well of the kind of job that I do, working from home. Number one advantage that I would say is having the time freedom. Okay, I can set my time and say this is when I want to work, just having that time freedom. Number two is having the opportunity to be able to cherry pick and say these are the kinds of jobs that I want to work, that I want to do. Rather, these are the type of clients that I want to work with. What else? Having financial freedom, you can actually, you know, take on as much clients as you want, as little clients as you want, however the case may be. But however, on the other side, the disadvantage of it is that you do not have healthcare. I do not have healthcare, I mean, for myself. So you want to consider that. I mean, I don't have for myself. Of course, I'm covered with my husband, but you are sorting out your healthcare yourself. The motivation to work. Some mornings you wake up, let me just talk about myself right now, because I don't know about you. Some mornings you wake up, and because you don't have to go to work or clock in, so to speak, in an organization, you know, there's that motivation to just stand up and get up from the bed is not there. So you have to motivate yourself. You're not in a space where you're with colleagues that you can chat with, you can talk to. You don't see people live, so to speak. So everything just falls on you to motivate yourself to work. And for me, most times, because I work Mondays to Fridays, most times I have to get up in the morning anyways to get my kids ready for school. That's motivation enough for me. By the time I have them out the door and to school, I'm just ready to start my day. All right. So that's one thing to consider if you're looking to come into the tech space as a freelancer, and just being able to manage your time as well. I think these are a little bit of the disadvantages and advantages that you might face or you might encounter working from home. So if you made it to this point of the video, thank you for sticking with me to the end. Remember to share this with a friend that might need it, a friend that might want to reinvent themselves. And I hope this was a bit inspiring to you if you're looking to reinvent yourself or come into the tech space as a virtual assistant or as a designer. I will try to leave some links in the description below that could help you, so make sure you check that. If you have any questions and anything at all, please leave me a comment. Bye.